If it's imposing on your life, demanding attention, that's most likely fear. Intuition is very quiet. Intuition does not impose. Fear is loud. Hi everyone. So for the first time in what feels like forever, because it's been months, I'm gonna do a tarot reading on this Instagram channel. And the reason I hadn't done one for so long is just I didn't have the energy. Like, I was in a toxic situation that needed my whole attention, and now that I'm out of that, congrats to me for getting out of that. I have the energy and time to do a tarot reading. So this is the first tarot reading I'm doing with my own cards, and I'm really excited because all the other ones that I did on this channel with my poetry, it was just something I printed myself on photo cards. But now they're actually professional quality tarot cards of my poetry, which you can buy. It's linked in my bio. I don't know where I cut off, but basically what I was saying is that a lot of you are confusing your intuition for fear. Or what I mean by that, is you think it's your intuition, but it's actually fear. Learn to feel the difference in your body. If it's imposing on your life, demanding attention, preventing you from moving forward, that's most likely fear. Intuition is very quiet. Intuition does not impose. Fear is loud. Intuition is a constant that's always there. In my belly, in my gut, but it's quiet and I have to listen to it. Whereas fear is it will make itself known when I feel fear. So that's how I tell the difference. Learn to tell the difference so that you're not making a decision from fear. Because society will like to put us on these spectrums, on these polarities that aren't meant for you. They were never meant for you. You can't be defined by these, and you're not alone in that path. If you look back, you'll see that your ancestors or your community have others who, similar to you, don't fit in these boxes, who don't fall on these spectrums or these polarities. And you're not alone in that, So that knowledge is inside you. That is also your intuition. And listen to that. Listen to that over fear, and listen to that over society. Because once you do, you'll be able to speak your truth and get rid of whatever it is that's clogging your throat. Because it's when you are so choked up from emotion that you're suppressing and blocking that you can't speak. That's what it's become. And the only way to let it out is to speak. You have to speak. You need to speak. Speak your truth. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, let's see if there's anything I missed that's kind of coming towards you all in the near future. I see you speaking your truth. I see you just crying and letting it out if that's what you need to do. Yeah, going back to your heart. My feminine power is wild in nature, bursts like firecrackers, refuses to be captured. You can't tame or claim my feminine power. She's a dandelion, not a flower. You know what's so funny? I saw this dandelion on the way here. I didn't know it was going to be in your reading, but here it is. My feminine power is wild in nature, bursts like firecrackers, refuses to be captured. You can't tame or claim my feminine power. She's a dandelion, not a flower. The reason I say dandelion here is because dandelions are seen as weeds, you know? Some people call them flowers, some people call them weeds. That's all perception. But when you think of how the dandelion grows, it can grow anywhere. It can grow anywhere, thrives anywhere. And because of that, people are like, oh, it's a weed. You know, I don't know if that resonates, but if you have learned to thrive anywhere, even when you don't have support, you still are valued. You know, you deserve to be valued. That doesn't mean that people should not try to support you because you're quote strong or you can handle it on your own. You know, that shouldn't be the case, even though that may be what you've experienced. Dandelions are powerful, okay? Dandelions are really powerful and are just as soft. So stop with the soft versus hard analogies. Dandelions can grow anywhere. They're soft and fluffy and they can grow anywhere. Independence and thriving has nothing to do with how hard you are. This is a soft strength, okay? And I'm just hearing that a lot of you need to know you deserve to be supported, you deserve to be valued for that. Yeah, because sometimes people are like, oh, you can fend for yourself, you can do it, but sure you can, but do you want to? Maybe you want support. Nair said 3 to 5 minutes, but she left it for 7, already knowing it hadn't been written for brown women. So this is you kind of creating your own path. Some of this does come from pain. Some of this comes from pain and bad experiences of people just leaving you in the cold and you learning to walk on your own, to thrive anywhere like a dandelion. But also, you can make your own story. You can create your own story. That story people tell you of, you being the strong friend or whatever they call you, okay? For me personally, they call me strong personality and that not everyone can get along with me. Whatever that is, you don't have to believe it and you can create your own story. Write your own story. This reminds me of a quote by one of my favorite poets, Meena Kandasamy, and she, in this book that I just started reading, so I haven't finished it yet, but it's called When I Hit You, and in the first chapter, she describes her marriage, an abusive marriage, and how the reason she decided to write about it after her divorce is because if she didn't, other people would write it for her, meaning the town would gossip about it. Her mom would have her own narrative on it, on what that failed marriage did to her. And in her case, her mom's narrative surrounded like beauty. Her mom's narrative was, oh, like after that marriage, you should have seen her feet. Her feet were completely cracked. She looked like like she was working nonstop, like. And then her hair. And then her mom was like, do you know how much lice was in her hair after that divorce? It took me years to get it back to health. So that was, you see, like that's the mom's narrative that she's gonna share. And Mina is like, I won't have my marriage story of what I went through and survived. I'm not gonna have that be a side note in a story about lice infestation and beauty standards. That's not gonna happen. So I'm gonna write my own story. That's what I see for you. Maybe you will actually write your own story in a book. If not, it's you like refusing to let other people's stories become your story, and refuse to internalize it. Yeah? Okay. That's it for this reading. I get really like advicey and preachy. That's just my style. I've learned to just like be upfront about it instead of apologize about it, because I don't think it's something I can change. Like when I do tarot readings, I get really advicey. And if that doesn't resonate, maybe don't tune into my readings. I'm sorry, because I've tried to change it and it hasn't worked. So I think it's just my personality. Yeah, see, that's me being upfront about who I am. So yeah, there's an example. Alright, you can always buy my deck, linked in my bio. And I hope to see you in my next reading. Bye.